Welcome back to day 5 of filming full-length videos every single day to back them up. We're starting today off at the Calm Lake Cemetery. This is called 11-11-11 Veterans Memorial, and it's right over here to my right somewhere. So let's go find this one quick to start the day off geocaching. So the hint just says it's near General Jim's grave, and it puts it somewhere over here. Is this General Jim? Well, James is short for Jim. This is a small container, and it's right here. Starting the day off with an easy one. All right, let's get her opened up and see what's inside. There's like one stretchy man, 10,000 logs, and a pen. I should see how old this cache is to have that many logs in it. All right, back in the hole you go. It's sitting right inside that branch there. You can't see it from the outside, but it's still an easy find. That cache is from 2011, so it's been there for 14 years. I didn't go through all the logs. I didn't feel like tearing the cache apart because it's just like 5 pens in there and like 20 logs. But quick and easy one to start the day. Let's see what else we find on our road trip today, aka work. Just arrived at the second cache of the day. It's been about an hour since I found one. It's somewhere out in that field, and it's called If the Shoe Fits. There's no hints, but the description says it's all in the name. And I read some of the comments on this one, and everyone's saying this is tiny and it has a lot of favorite points. So let's see what we can find out here. Right off the bat, I see a pair of tiny shoes hanging. Wonder if the cache is inside, and it is. Just a little micro cache. Let's pull the log out and sign it quick. All right, log is signed. Put it right back down here in the shoe. Get back in the truck and hit the road. So about 6 miles up the road here, driving, is a cache that's called Roscommon County's Easiest Multi-Cache. I'm just curious about this, so I'm going to check out stage 1. If it's one of those joke of a multi-caches that's, oh, stage 1 is on this end of the guardrail, and then stage 2 is on the other end of the guardrail, and stage 3 is on the other side of the parking lot. I'm going to do it just for fun. But if it requires me to drive anywhere out of the way, I'm not going to do that because it is Friday and I want to get out of work at a decent time. So I'll see you in 6 miles. All right, first part of the multi-cache, south end of this. So we're going to get looking at this and see what kind of multi-cache this is. I don't see it. There's a busted container behind me. Okay, I found it. It is the easiest multi-cache in the world. I'm guaranteed there's just an arrow in here. Second stage, I wonder where this cache could be. And look at that. World's easiest multi-cache, and everything is falling out of it. I'm going to make a short on this one. That is the world's easiest multi-cache. On to the next one. Alright, so we made it to Gaylord, Michigan. There's a lot of caches here, and I found quite a few of them, but I try to only do one a trip so I can save myself for later. This one is a level 2 difficulty, and it says not your typical park and grab, and the hint is come see what all the buzz is about. The GPS puts me right here next to this light pole, so I'm thinking maybe that outlet is fake. It's a level 2 difficulty. It can't be too hard, but we're going to find it. Alright, it's not going to be something stupid simple. This is flopping in the wind. Does not come off. Is it on the back side? No, it's not on the back side. Let's see what we can find. That looks real. That is real. Maybe it's magnetic to the bottom of this. I need 2 hands for that, so give me a second. It wasn't even magnetic. It says it's not your typical park and grab, but it's literally a film canister on a light post. Kind of disappointing. Is that a Michigan Rick chip? I'm going to see if that's a Michigan Rick chip. So log is signed. That is a Michigan Rick chip. I've probably found a dozen of these already. I don't know if I filmed them all, but I'm always only a few days. This one I'm about 18 days behind Michigan Rick, so he must travel the same circles as me. But I'm kind of disappointed. This said it's not your typical park and grab. That's why I went for it, but it is what it is. On to the next one. And the next one is actually lunch. And then we'll see what we can find from there. So we're down here at Little Sturgeon River. And yeah, I got my polarized sunglasses on, but I don't see any sturgeon, just a couple minnows swimming around there on the floating docks, just looking down for a minute. But there is a cache over there on the other side of the park. And there's references to it being a dad joke, so let's go see what we can find. Actually, I had to move my truck. The cache is somewhere over there by the trees, but I want to go see if there's any sturgeon swimming. I've never caught a sturgeon. They're illegal to keep unless you have a permit, but I do love fishing. You gotta jump over the line. It's a small container we're looking for, and it's just called poked, and there's no hint. So maybe it's the pine tree. Maybe it'll poke you. Let's go over here and find out. All right, GPS is putting it somewhere in this tree. I've been looking around it for a minute now, and I'm not seeing it yet, but it was just found 9 days ago, so high hopes. Let's get to looking quick. So I couldn't film getting it, but I did find it because I had to use 5 hands to get back there. Mason jar with a busted lid, but the log is still in there. So I'm definitely going to message the owner and let him know the can needs a lid, the mason jar, whatever you want to call it. But let's get this signed quick. So it's a container, inside a container, inside a container, and the log would barely come out. But look what we found. Another Michigan Rick coin. Oh, come on, you focused right away. Time to put the log back into the container, into the container, into the container, into the pine tree, and get back on the road. I was going to call that my last cache of the day, but I'm realizing I'm only 2 caches away from my 100th cache of the month. So I have 98 this month so far. And I know what 2 I want to get. They're a ways away, but they're right on my way home. So I'm going to pass by them anyway. Might as well grab my 99th and 100th cache at the same time here in a couple hours. See you in a minute. Well, what you heard me say a couple hours ago has got to be scratched. Looks like there's some school outing or something going on those caches, and I just don't have the time. We got about 2 more hours on the road. Got to keep moving, so calling it a wraps for this one. And if you haven't already signed up to Upside, use my code RE4ME, link in the description. Deuces.